Hey sweethearts, thanks for joining me today as I show you how to achieve this fresh face look to slay in your ID card pictures. So of course, the first thing that we're going to do is start off with a fresh, clean face. To make sure that my skin is free of any residue, I'm going to go in with the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water and a cotton swab. To refresh my face before I put on makeup, I'm going to use the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, chamomile, and lavender. Taking a spoolie, I'm going to brush out my eyebrows, making sure that the hairs are all going in the same direction. And of course, I'm going to jump in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and I'm just going to use that to gently fill in my brows. Out of every makeup technique, I can honestly say that filling in and shaping your brows is the most tedious task ever. Finally, moving on from my brows, I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, which is pore minimizing, just to prime underneath my makeup. Now for today's foundation, I chose to use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade Coconut or 355, which offers you a dewy and smooth finish. And the thing I like about this foundation is that it already gives you a very dewy finish. We won't even have to add any extra highlighter to complete this look because we'll already be getting the natural glow that we're going for from the foundation itself. Using the Fenty Beauty Invisimatte blotting powder, of course, I'm just going to use that with a face brush and go all over my face to mattify the foundation. When taking ID card pictures, we want to avoid glare as much as possible, which is why we're mattifying the foundation, taking away from any shine and keeping the look very natural. Now I know this is a little bit backwards. Everyone's used to color correcting before you put on any foundation and concealer, but I'm going to use this reverse technique in color correcting my dark circles and under eye bags, just because I feel like I want the maximum coverage and this is what would work best for me. And using a beauty blender, I'm just going to go ahead and pat that right into the under eye area. Going right over that color corrector, I'm going to go in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Amande or Medium Dark 3, and I'm going to carve out my highlighted areas. For the purpose of ID card pictures, we do not need a very bright under eye highlighter, which is why I opted for the shade because it isn't too light against my skin tone. After blending that out with a beauty blender, I'm going to use the Invisimatte blotting powder once again just to set the under eye area. here goes the fun part. Using the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt Face Sculpting Palette in the shade medium, I'm going to go ahead and contour my face. I usually use a cream stick for my contour, but once again, because we're keeping this look very matte, I decided to just use a sculpting powder for my contour. To create the necessary shadows we need, especially when taking pictures, we're going to contour our cheeks, our temples, and our nose. Do not forget to contour your nose. Using the Black Opal Invisible Oil Blocking Loose Powder, we're going to set all of our highlighted areas in this look. Again, with the Absolute New York Pro Bronzer in the shade Dark, we're going to dust that all away. Now this also brings a nice neutral color back to the face. This look is almost complete. We're going to use the Urban Decay Chill Setting Spray all over our face to lock everything all in. In the Fashion Nova brand Baked Highlighter in the shade Pink Goddess, we're going to add this highlighter to the inner tear ducts just to give us the illusion of a very open-eyed look. And this is perfect for taking pictures, especially if you have sleepy eyes like me. And for finishing touches, I'm going to use the Maybelline Curvature Last Sensational Mascara. Of course, you can use any mascara of your choice. Maybelline is usually my go-to for mascaras if I'm not using any falsies. Now I'm going to use any eyeliner that I have laying around, and I'm just going to darken my beauty marks because they always get lost in the makeup. Take any lip liner of your choice, match with your favorite lippy. I usually go for a very neutral lip liner matched with a nude gloss, and that completes my look. Now, of course, we're not going to leave the house in our robe and our hair tie, so we're just going to go ahead and style our hair as we normally would. Since my hair is in a short pixie cut, I'm going to go ahead and make sure all the edges are laid and add a few little curls in there. Start off styling, whenever I'm going to add any heat to my hair, I like to use a heat protectant just so that it's not damaging or breaking off the ends of my hair. To part my hair in smaller sections and use the flat iron to add some tight curls to the top of my hair that I will later comb out and give a fanned effect. Now that my hair is all done, I'm just going to use the comb and my fingers to tease the hair a little bit, giving it some volume, which is my go-to desired look. Now that this look is officially completed, let's talk about what we're going to wear. When taking ID card pictures, it's safe to choose light neutral colors because you never know what backdrop the photographer is going to use. I chose this blush colored mock neck top with bell sleeves because it'll stand out against any backdrop. Well, for now, sweethearts, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it. Don't forget to subscribe. Mwah. Bye-bye.